Today we're going to be learning all about gerunds. This is an intermediate English lesson. So, what is a gerund? A gerund is a verb that acts like a noun. Let's look at some examples. Running is my favorite thing to do. Where is the subject of this sentence? Running. Running is a verb, but it acts as a noun. That's what a gerund is. Running is a verb that acts as a noun, and in this case, it is the subject of the sentence. Is my favorite thing to do is the predicate. If you don't know what subject and predicate mean, please check out my video on English sentence structure. Let's look at some more examples. Swimming is healthy. Where is the verb? Well, the verb in the sentence is, but in this case, we're looking for the gerund, which is the verb that acts as a noun. Which word is that? That word is swimming. So, let's look at another one. Reading helps you learn. Where is the gerund? Should be easy to find. Reading. Cooking and cleaning are all I seem to ever do. Cooking and cleaning. These verbs together make the subject, and these are two gerunds that make up the subject. Gerunds as objects. A gerund can act as an object also. Again, if you don't know what an object is, please watch my video on sentence structure. Let's look at an example. I enjoy painting. So, we know that the ing verb, painting, is going to be the gerund, but in this case, it's at the end of the sentence. I enjoy painting. It's a verb that acts as a noun. An object is most normally a noun. I enjoy painting. Let's look at some more examples. She loves dancing. You're right. Dancing is the gerund. They avoid arguing. Where is the gerund in this sentence? Arguing. We just finished cleaning. Cleaning. He felt like crying. Crying. You may have noticed that a gerund always ends the same way. A gerund always ends with ing. If you can't find the gerund in the sentence, look for the verb that ends in ing and decide if it's acting as a noun. This is important to know because you can say almost the same thing with a different structure that makes the sentence not a gerund. So, let's look at some examples. She loves cooking. We already looked at this example and we know that this is a gerund. But if we say she loves to cook, this is an infinitive, not gerund. But please don't get confused. These two sentences mean the exact same thing. These are two different ways of saying the same thing, and the grammar is different in each sentence. I will try playing. I will try to play. Let's quickly try to decide which is a gerund and which is infinitive. This is easy, so we won't spend too much time on it. That's correct. The first one is a gerund, and the second one is infinitive. Pretty easy, right? Gerunds always have ing, and infinitives always have the word to before the verb. Don't worry, this is going to get more difficult. Let's look at some gerund phrases. It's been easy so far, and it's going to remain a pretty easy lesson, so let's try to make it a bit more complex. Don't worry, it's still pretty easy to understand. Often, gerunds appear in the form of gerund phrases. So let's look at an example. Drinking water is a great way to start your day. Where is the gerund phrase? Drinking is something that we do, but there's an object that comes with drinking. We are drinking water. So that means that drinking water is the gerund phrase, and the whole thing together makes the subject of the sentence, noun and verb together. Let's look at some more examples. Swimming in the lake can be dangerous. This one is a little cool because the subject of the phrase or the object of the phrase is a prepositional phrase, in the lake, swimming in the lake. In this example, the gerund is 4 words long, so please be aware that gerunds can be pretty long. Speaking clearly will help you get a job. Where is the gerund in this sentence? Very good. Speaking clearly. Eating healthy is important. That's right, eating healthy. Let's look at a difficult one. For me, driving my car in traffic is super boring. All right, I'm going to give you a moment to think about this one. All right, if you said driving my car, you'd be correct. This one is a little bit confusing because it has another word that has ing in it, boring, but that word acts as an adjective, and the gerund phrase does not come directly at the beginning of the sentence. But all in all, driving my car is the gerund phrase in this sentence. We got a few more things to look at here. Gerund phrases can also act as objects. We've actually already seen a few examples of this, so let's check it out. I love traveling the world. Where is the gerund phrase as an object? Remember that the object we're looking for is the object of the sentence structure. Traveling the world is the whole gerund phrase. Let's look at another one. I really enjoy learning English. Learning English is the whole gerund phrase. Let's just do one more. My dad says the only thing that is important in life is making money. All right, this is a longer sentence. Where is the gerund? Yes, that's right. Making money. This should be pretty easy right now, so let's go ahead and do some practice. Try to find the gerund phrases, but be careful. Some of these phrases are infinitive, not gerund. Speaking clearly will help you get a job. We saw this sentence earlier in the lesson. Speaking clearly. So we know the blue part is a gerund, but it is the subject. There's actually another gerund. There's another phrase in the sentence that is not gerund. Can you find it? Get a job. It has a verb and a noun, but it is not a gerund phrase. It's an infinitive verb phrase. Knowing English well is a good way to help yourself succeed in America. Knowing English is the correct phrase, is the gerund phrase. Help yourself succeed in America is an infinitive phrase. Let's look at this last one right here. If your children will not eat your food, try adding more salt to correct the flavor. This one actually is a little bit difficult. Can you find the gerund phrase? Look for the ing verb. Adding more salt is the gerund phrase. It's the only one in the sentence, and it appears in the middle of the sentence with all the other phrases around it, making this one pretty difficult to find. Good job if you found it. Let's read this paragraph together. I want you to pause the video and count how many gerund phrases there are. Then we will find all the gerund phrases together. Go ahead and pause the video now. All right, how many did you find? In this paragraph, there were a total of 10 gerund phrases. Let's list them now. Although many people dream of becoming successful, working hard every day is usually the key to reaching their goals. Maria improved her English by studying for an hour each night and by watching educational videos online. She also enjoys reading books about business because she believes that learning from successful people can help her avoid mistakes. While starting a new habit can be difficult at first, Maria knows that staying consistent is more important than being perfect. This is very important to read because it shows you how common gerund phrases really are in English. You can use them in almost any sentence, and once you master them, your English will become much more fluent and people will enjoy listening to you speak English much more. Great job! Now you can use gerund phrases. Let's do some homework. What gerund phrases can you create? Write 3 sentences in the comments using gerund phrases, and I'll let you know how you do. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more lessons every day. Have a great day.